Hi, my name is Rory Griffin. My call sign is W4RJG, and I live in South Boston, Virginia. Today, we'll be presenting part 3 of the HFP2P call-up process. This will have 2 recorded sessions that we did ourselves, showcasing the various features and components of VeraAC that make up a good, successful call-up process using VeraAC. Before you get started, you have to decide what band you're going to be using and even what frequency. You have to have all your equipment all set up for that band, the radio, the tuner, any other equipment to not be interfering with each other or other equipment around you as well. Make sure that when you start up VeraAC, that in the VeraHF modem all 3 call signs are showing up, otherwise the broadcast feature cannot work. And then as you go forward, you'll be able to put into your own documentation, emergency operations plans, or anything else that you need to put it into, so everybody will know what to do, how to do it, and then when you utilize this, it'll be a smooth operation for you. So here we go, on to the videos. So after you put out your beacon, you're going to wait. And sometimes you can wait a little bit because you have no idea who's out there, who might be on the same frequency, what the band propagation is going to be for you. So you're just waiting, and you have to wait until that first point of contact. Like that. And so if you take a look in the top right corner of the screen, last heard beacons, and there's KDQLQA. So now we want to do a broadcast to him. We want to have it targeted to him, even though everybody can read a broadcast, but go ahead and type in his call sign, whoever it is that you're going to be sending it back to. Could be her. And a simple message of, I heard your beacon, just a quick little confirmation. And
sending broadcast to Kilo Delta 2 Lima Quebec Alpha.
There you go. So out goes that broadcast for them to see.
Broadcast from Kilo Delta 2 Lima Quebec Alpha to Whiskey for Romeo Juliet Golf.
So one more broadcast message back. So now we're going to advance into a VMail. And the VMail is VeraAC's mail system, and it goes nowhere except between one station and another. It doesn't get stored anyplace else. It has a level of security with that. So we're going to send one off, letting him know that I heard him nice and clearly. Hit send.
Did to Kilo Delta 2 Lima Quebec Alpha.
And at the exact same time, he has connected with me, so that makes my email that I'm sending out to him go a lot easier. So we're going to go through, get those connections made. Notice that I was sending a message out. And there's still more activity going on. Of course, VeraAC has its normal back and forth with signal report messaging to make sure that the connection stays active.
VMail delivered successfully.
So I've sent it out to him successfully, but if you notice in the upper right hand corner, I've also received an email from him. So we'll go take a quick look, and he's saying he saw my beacon too. So we close it. So we've now confirmed with emails, with communication, and of course the advantage of using the VeraAC mail versus the broadcast, it is solid, secure, with confirmation. So now we're going to go to sounds and appearances, see what the options are. You get there by settings, appearances, and sounds. And when you get to my screen popping up, hit pause, and notice I have almost all the features turned on, and you can do the same, and then you turn off the ones that you don't want. And specifically look for alert tags. So let's set up our alert tags by going to Settings, Alert Tags, Configuration. And notice here, I already have a tag test ready to go. ETOP2P in the tag text column. It always shows up initially with a red background, white lettering, because it assumes initially that you want to set up more of an emergency type and a description of anything that you would like. And then next, we're going to actually send out some broadcasts and receive broadcasts with those same alerts. So we're going to set up a broadcast to go out with that test character string, so I should see it on my broadcast as a special alert. And then if I receive the same, I will get the special alert and with a full narration, which you'll be hearing once that signal is received as well.
Broadcast from Kilo Delta to Lima Quebec Alpha to all. ETOP2P. Sending broadcast to all.
And so you can hear when I receive the message, I get a full narration. When I send it, it's a much shorter one because it kind of assumes you know what you're sending out. But the fact that it did go out with a special identified portion of the character string for notification. And so to showcase case sensitivity, I'm typing it in the lowercase so we can see what happens when the broadcast goes out, whether it recognizes that character string or not.
Sending broadcast to all.
And it didn't. So just be aware, every letter has to be exactly as you type it in on your alert setup.
Broadcast from Whiskey for Oscar Sierra Sierra to all. What is ETOP2P?
And so here we have our friendly fun reminder that everybody's listening all the time. We were on the 40-meter standard calling frequency, so everybody got to see our broadcast, and this guy just wanted to know what were we doing and what were we about. So we were able to let him know in a follow-up message to him. So we're going to be sending a relayed email. And we have to go and say through the connected station in this case. You have to wait for some kind of a connection to set it up. And there it goes, off and running into the connected station. It's now been sent. And I also, if you look in the upper right hand side, have received a V-mail. Also, it was a relay from that guy over in the Rocky Mountains. And so there you have it. You've seen a quick run through of how a broadcast will work, back and forth acknowledging it and directing it to a target station, but also being reminded everybody can see them. How to do the V-mail and get that across, that being a more secure, confirmed way of an email message getting there using VAR AC. You've seen how we've used relay. So if I'm trying to get to, as I did, a station in the Rocky Mountains, I was able to use a station that was in the Great Plains, go to him, and that station, which was unmanned by the way, which is kind of really cool to see, got over there into the Rocky Mountain station. And then of course is the alerts and notifications. As I said, I had them all turned on so you could see how they all work. You heard all the announcements for every little thing that I was doing, because that could be important when you're sitting there, but you are also maybe doing a little something else, and that'll draw your attention back to your station and let you know that you have something to be taken care of. So that completes the training for a P2P call-up using VAR AC. Don't forget, you do not have to use the planned frequencies built into VAR AC. You can just VFO yourself off to what other frequency is in your emergency operations plan, your ICS 205 setup that you've got going, whatever is the preset frequencies, you can just VFO and you can hang out there, because it doesn't matter to VAR AC. He doesn't get a feedback what frequency you're on. He only does a feed forward to the radio, but doesn't know if you've actually stayed there, which in this case for an MCOM purpose I think is pretty cool. So if you have any questions, comments, or whatever, go to the link below, post your comments, your questions, or whatever, and we'd love to continue a conversation with you. Please provide any other ideas that you may have that we could use to make part of the plans that we are setting up for future engagements, future understanding of how to use a direct messaging component in VAR AC. 73s, thank you very much, and have yourself a great day.